Alright, in this video we're going to be simplifying algebraic expressions. It's just like if we were evaluating numerical, but this time we call it simplifying algebraic because we will be working with variables. So let's start with this one. X squared times y squared, the whole thing to negative 1. Right? I cannot add these because the bases are not the same. So therefore, I can go ahead and just distribute the exponent. So I've got x squared to the negative 1 times y squared to the negative 1. And this property says I have an exponent with an exponent, so that means I can multiply those. So 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. And 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. So you can leave it like this, or you can write it as x to the negative 2, y to the negative 2. Well, make one correction here. We can't have negative exponents. So that means I got to take the reciprocals for both of these, because that's what the negative exponent tells me to do. So this becomes 1 over x squared times 1 over y squared. Now you can leave it like that, or multiply across. 1 times 1 is 1. X squared times y squared is x squared, y squared. Therefore, you have your answer is. Alright, next one, let's do x to the 5th, y squared, over x to the 4th, y to the 10th. Now here, the ones with the same bases are the ones I can work together. So here, these x's, I could work with the exponents here, and these y's, I can work with the exponents there.
May I have your attention, please? Last call for the 3 o'clock activity buzzers have now arrived. Last call for the 3 o'clock activity buzzers have now arrived.
If you couldn't hear that, then you are deaf. All right? So let's move on. Now here, these are the same base. I'm dividing, so therefore I have to subtract the exponent. So I take the numerator exponent minus denominator times y, because these are the same. So I do the numerator minus the denominator. So when it's all said and done, x, 5 minus 4 is to the first power. I can just leave it like that. Times y, 2 minus 10, so it'll be negative 8 exponent. And again, you cannot have negative exponents. So this right here, I have to take the reciprocal of. So x stays put. It doesn't move. So therefore, x stays, y to the 8th goes below. Okay, we have x to the 11th, y to the 10th, over x to the negative 3, y to the negative 1. Very similar to the previous problem, so we can go ahead and do x 11 minus a negative 3 times y to the 10th minus a negative 1. Because division means subtraction, so we're subtracting negative numbers. So really, it becomes x to the 11 plus 3 and y to the 10 plus 1. So therefore, that gives me x to the 14th times y to the 11th. Okay, bases are not the same, and there's no negative exponents, so I am finished. All right, let's do 10 times x cubed, y squared, all to the negative 3. So inside the parentheses, it's all multiplications. That means it's one term. So that means I can distribute the negative exponent here. I can take it to each one of those bases. Right? Now you notice here, none of the bases are the same, so therefore I can't add or subtract any of the exponents. So let's go ahead and distribute the negative 3 exponent. So it becomes 10 to the first power to the negative 3 times x third to the negative 3rd power, and y squared to the negative 3rd power. Right, this is all multiplication. So this becomes 10 to the negative 3 times x to the negative 9 times y to the negative 6. They all have negatives, so that means they all get flipped. So it becomes 1 over 10 cubed, x to the 9th, y to the 6th. You can leave your answer like this, but in this case, since you have a base of 10, you should be able to tell me what 10 to the third is, which is, if it's base 10 and they have an exponent, that exponent tells me how many zeros I have. So I have 3 zeros, so it's 1,000, x to the 9, y to the 6. And again, I will take either answer. All right, let's look at one more example, and then you should be good to begin the bookwork for the next assignment. So let's do y to the 10th over 2x cubed times 20 x to the 14th over x y to the 6th. All right. I found the best way to do this is I like to make this one fraction, so I'm going to go ahead and multiply across. So I get 20 times x to the 14th, y to the 10th. Since I am multiplying, and none of the bases are the same, so therefore I cannot add any of the exponents. Now, if these bases were the same, then I would. On the bottom, I got 2x cubed times x. So since I am multiplying and these bases are the same, I can add their exponents. Here it has the exponent at 3. Here so it should be a 1. So 3 plus 1 is 4. So that's x to the 4th. And then I have y to the 6th. All right. Now we can go ahead and simplify for doing more properties. Well, 20 divided by 2 is 10. Bases are the same. So I keep the x. 14 minus 4. I'm subtracting because we are dividing. And then I have y, 10 minus 6. So then I have 10, x to the 10th, y to the 4th. And we are done. All right, that ends this video. You should be good to go on your bookwork. Good luck.